The way to solve it is to work with it. Work with it. See, don't expect that to change overnight and to be delivered or to be healed through I don't know what. Don't expect that. Just be brave enough, courageous enough to say, I know the problems I have, so I'm going to tame them. I'm going to step on them and make sure they don't go ahead of me. They don't take advantage of me. That's the only way you can do. Because a lot of your problems, sometimes in the womb of our mother, we are hurt. Why? Whose blood is running through you in the womb of your mother? Whose blood is that? Your mother's, right? So everything, where are the passions that we have? Where are all these emotions? All these feelings that we have? Where are they? They are in your blood. So whatever your mother is feeling, whatever your mother is passionate about, and all the things that are taking place in your mother are flowing through you in the womb. So a lot of times your mother is going through a horrifying time in the pregnancy. And then when you are born, you come molded in the blood with whatever was taking place in your mother's life. That probably a few years later, your mother's blood is not going to be dealing with that. And it's different. But you were born with that. See? Then your mother is able to identify with that because she recognizes it as something that is part of hers. Even though probably it's not part of her at that particular moment anymore. Because she probably went through that already. But that child grew up with that particular seal in the blood. See, so sometimes we are hurt from day one. So what are you going to do? Are you going to become a victim and cry the rest of your life because of the mark you have in your blood? No. All you do is, I know what I'm about. I know, okay, so I have this problem, I have this one. So I have to make sure that those things don't act up. And when they do, I have to recognize them and don't blame anybody. Recognize them and say, I know where it comes from. So step on it and work with it. That is our mortal cross. See, we all have that. We all deal with that. And there's no way you can get away from that. Magicians, this modern Christianity, they tell you they can deliver you from that. And Jesus is going to heal you from that. That is a lie, because the healing of Jesus is salvation. It's not about turning your blood into a perfect blood. That's not what Jesus came to do. Saint Peter was a very tough man. And you know how his temper was and how he reacted? Did Jesus heal him from that? No. Jesus just let him deal with that. And he made a lot of mistakes and things like Jesus let him. Because that was Peter. He wasn't going to change Peter. But he gave Peter the best. He gave him salvation. And turned him into a rock. Into a column of the city of Jerusalem. You see, but his defects, his problems, his imperfections, Jesus didn't bother about. He let him be Peter. The one that did what he did. And that's the way it is, You don't want to change your children, your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your friends. You don't want to change them. You want to forgive them. See, you want to forgive them. And when Jesus asked Peter 3 times if he loves him, he was forgiving him for the 3 times he denied him. And those things are very important to understand. That is God. So we need to do this. We need to really understand that we have to take control and acknowledge who we are. Sin is in us. Satan is a person. He's not a bone and flesh because he's not a human being. He's an angel, fallen angel. But he's a person, meaning is a person. You better believe it. Satan exists. Satan does exist as a person and hates you and wants to destroy you. He only has as much power as you can give him. Only. It's like it's like the mafia. If you get involved with the mafia, you belong to them, right? Don't get involved with them. They have no power over you. But if you do get involved with the mafia, they're going to do whatever they want to do with you. Most likely you end up being killed if you don't end up in jail, right? So now, if we understand this mystery, then we know that sin is in you, flows through us, therefore we have to be responsible and acknowledge it. Second, Satan is a person, is real, is a fact that exists, and is against us. Right? We cannot see him, but he's all over the place. And third, Jesus came to redeem us from all of this. So the sacrament of reconciliation was given to us not to confess right before we die, because we don't know when that's going to happen. It was given to us to confess as often as we need it. And this is a great gift because God wants us to be prepared. What is the sacrament of confession really? Is the oil of the lamp. You know these virgins that were prepared? What were they prepared with? They were prepared with reconciliation. They were reconciled to be a wife. They were ready for the wedding. How can you get ready for the wedding? You have to forgive, and that way you'll be forgiven. So you will be a good wife of the Lord. Because